I want to welcome everyone to this little interview that we are having with Stefanie Herrera. She is Chef Stefanie Herrera, and she works primarily in the Austin area. And Lauren is here with us again today. She is our magic maker kind of retreat coordinator. She's about making it happen. Couldn't do it without her. I appreciate her. I want to introduce everyone to Stefanie, and I want to let her talk to you and tell us more about her. What is her history with food, how she feels about it, how she likes to prepare and serve it, and let people know what you will be bringing energetically and very yummy like to this retreat.
We're all excited.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much for the introduction. Let's see, let's start from the beginning. I have been a chef since 2008 is when I graduated from culinary school, and have been dancing around food forever. I think what at that age, what made me fall in love with the idea of being a chef is that it's unlimited learning. It's a lifetime of learning and a lifetime of relationship with food. When I started the Conscious Chef services in 2021, I didn't realize it was just going to take off the way that it did. I signed up, for an app to get my services going, and I was just like, let me try this out. And 30 days later, I was doing this full time as a business. And along the way, I started realizing how much food energizes our connections with each other. Food, the act of breaking bread, is such a significant portion of our lives. And it's such a transformative tool to truly immerse yourself in whatever it is that you're doing. For this retreat, we have come up with a lovely menu that is incorporating the elements. A lot of the elements are either going to be earth, earth ingredients. It's going to be using more fire, more spices to be able to incorporate that. With air, it was really interesting because what I thought of was, how can I make food make you want to grasp the air, breathe in, just more.
Interesting.
Yeah, and that was kind of some of the aspects and the ideas that I wanted to incorporate into having an elemental menu to go into it. I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. The secret to my cooking is simplicity. There's a lot of thought that goes into it, but what I really love doing with food is allowing you as my guest, you as part of the community and the group, and this kind of really intimate setting, to also be able to taste exactly what you're seeing. Every flavor in there is pronounced in its own way, and it's kind of coming together to bring that
I've experienced that
it,
with you.
it comes up. And funny enough, I always wait for the silence. I always wait for that moment where everybody all of a sudden gets super silent, and you can see the focus of what they're doing and eating and kind of all the flavors. And it just becomes such a sacred point in every single evening that I share with everyone, that it just truly touches my heart every single time. Wow. Every single time.
You pour so much love, energy into your food. It is beautiful. So thank you for saying yes. Thank you for saying yes so energetically to be a part of this retreat. Speaking about the elements, and I can see, now that you're explaining that, because with earth, we will be connecting to the earth, doing all kinds of things to connect to the earth. And of course, we want to do it through our food. and the
Mm-hmm.
water and the air and the fire. I can't wait for Fire Day. That's going to be, we will be experiencing the total eclipse, and we will be adding your magic, your energy with your food, just taking it in. This is like, well, it's hard to explain what I'm feeling right now, because as we are pulling energy from all of these elements, I can absolutely see us pulling in and incorporating and pulling into our heart, mind, body, spirit, everything that your food has to offer. It will be such a whole experience. And I really
Yes.
appreciate you doing this and doing with such heart and vigor. And so this is going to be quite an experience all around, from the yummy mattresses, so cushy, all of the surroundings, to the food, to the people that will be there, and to all of the activities that we have brought together for people to experience energy. And it will be a totally immersive experience because you said yes.
Oh,
That was such a key element, and that made it just so perfect in my
thank
mind.
you.
I know what it's going to be like.
I'd love
Okay.
to ask Stefanie. I'm plant-based myself, and I was raised vegetarian. I've gone off and on being strictly vegan for a while, and I have for the past 2 weeks been vegan again. And so I can attest to like the lightness we feel when we're eating plant-based foods, and how much that's going to serve a retreat. Like the last thing we want to do while we're doing all this transformational work is to get bogged down by all the heaviness of what we're eating. And on that note too, like I was raised by a vegetarian mom as well. And she always like had like little things that she would put in energetically into the food. Like she called it the Helga sack of love. And so I'm curious, like, because you're like along those lines too, like what, any like secret mantras or any secret spiritual sauce you put in there as you're cooking these things? Yeah.
That's really interesting. I don't have a specific mantra, but what I think how I honor what I do and what I want to serve is by being present.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not thinking about anything else. I'm not thinking about yesterday, today, what's kind of going on additionally. It just pulls me into my own secret world with food. And it's kind of this focus in honoring every single kind of task that takes along the way. Um, and it's funny because there's so many times where there's like, oh, this happened, or I burned the food, or something got smoky, and it never happens in retreats. Oh my God, let me start knocking on wood.
Cross your fingers on that
one. But it doesn't. It's always this really, really sacred space to be present and to kind of just give the best because it's the best, because it's food. And I think a lot of it too has to do with being able to also be the person, the face, the hands, that are present with you and sharing the meal with you. That it also provides that specific touch of there's a personality, there's a person, you can talk to me, we can ask each other, you can know about my life, things come up, we share things. Because the kitchen is really a sacred space. It's that space we share with our mother, grandmother, aunt, uncle, and everybody just can sit around the kitchen and just chat.
Beautiful. It is, like, you're right. It's a very spiritual experience. My godfather for my family, like, I remember growing up, and he was very spiritual, very unique, but he would be at a restaurant, and if he could taste the anger of the chef as they were making it, he wouldn't eat it. And so it is very energetic. It's very spiritual.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, again, it's all in the hands. It's all in the intention of what you want to do with it. It's in honoring what the ingredients look like, their shape, their colors, and kind of bringing that all forward. in a way where they're just kind of dancing around in your mouth and you're just like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Retreats, just all hold such a special part in my heart, just because, funny enough, I feel like I also transform with them, whether I'm completely involved in the activities or just kind of the fly on the wall, getting to watch so many people's energy just completely evolve, let go, forgive, have so much just interaction with each other that, I think it really gives me an opportunity to evolve every single time too. So, whenever there's retreats, I'm always like, yes, let's go. Let's do this.
Beautiful.
I'm thinking, who wouldn't want to go? I would go just for the food, If there's anybody that wants to get a hold of you.
Yes. Right now you can find me on Facebook at the Conscious Chef Services. You can find me on Instagram at CCS Austin. And my website, I have a brand new website that is up. It's ccsaustin.com.
Mentioning the hands, and I am able to see energy. I can feel people's energies. And something that I've always known is that we put out of us, that we send out this energy through the top of our head, our eyes, and mostly through our hands. And as I watched you work, and I could see you in this space where you were preparing food, but the energy that goes down, actually yours was coming up from your heart chakra and then out your arms and out your hands. It just flows. I can't wait to experience that again with you. And so we want to invite everyone to come and experience this very unique way of enjoying food and all that the earth has to offer us. Thank you so much for being with us here.
Of course. Thank you for having me. So excited about this retreat. It is going to be just breathtaking, mind-blowing, grounding, loving.
It is. Thank you so much. Love you. Love you so
much.
much.
Love you too. Bye.
Bye-bye.